What's up everyone, North Gamer here, bringing you another gameplay commentary right here, and this one has bit of a different topic from what I've been talking about the last few videos. And today I'm here to talk about kids playing M-rated video games. And it's something that have been around for quite a while. I remember when I was in, second, third, fourth grade, there was, all the kids I knew that play video games, there's like a couple of them. I think there were one or two people that was allowed to play 18 plus games, or yeah, the rating system here is a bit different than the United States. In the States, I think you have everyone, E for everyone, T for teen, and M for mature. And here, the PEGI rating system we have here is rated 3 plus, 7 plus, 12 plus, 16 plus, and 18 plus. But anyways, yeah, back in the day, the PEGI system wasn't in place, but there was a similar system in place. And what was sort of deal back then was from the people I knew and hanged out with, there were quite a few of us playing video games. And there were some of us who was playing games that, we weren't really mature enough for, in the way that they wasn't violent or something, but we didn't really understand too much of them, but we loved them anyways. Talking about fourth graders playing Final Fantasy. Fourth graders finishing Final Fantasy games is actually considered quite impressive. We actually did that. We finished several Final Fantasy games at that age, and I'm still pretty proud of that. But anyways, there were a couple of people who actually played GTA and games like that. GTA, The Getaway, all those violent games. And one of them he was okay. He just played them. It was a game and it was fun. The other one was, it fucked up his head. It was all he could think about was blowing people up to pieces in Grand Theft Auto and driving over them. And he was so stoked when Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out because he could blow head off of people with a sniper rifle. Oh my god, he could never do that before. Everything he considered around him was like he was somehow connected to blowing up someone or shooting someone, and the blood was just all over the place. Everything that happened around him, he would connect to something like that. And a couple of years later, the same guy became a World of Warcraft addict. So, apparently wasn't quite good in his head from the get-go. But still, I still think that the parents should get out and say stop, and the parents actually, the kids actually go out and play mature games. It's not appropriate for a second or third grader to play Grand Theft Auto and the parents really not giving a shit. There was a case not too long ago with a kid who hung himself, and I don't remember where it was, but because he was trolled on Xbox or PSN or something while playing Call of Duty, and he was, I think, was 12 years old, and 12 years old is not old enough to buy a Call of Duty or play a Call of Duty game at all. The games are violent and stuff, yeah, but the fact is that when you play one of these games online, you will encounter people that will just try to break you down, and for a little kid of like age of 12, that will work. They can say stuff to fuck up your head so hard that the 12-year-old will never be himself again. And there are mature people sitting here that are actually of age to play this game, but they do it on purpose because they think that all the other people playing this game are of age as well, when that is clearly not the situation. And it sort of saddens me that, because it brings down the reputation of video games even further. Video games have sort of gotten enough of a beating as it is. A lot of terrorist attacks, murders. A lot of these things. If the one who committed the crime have played video games sometime in the distant past, video games get the blame. And I really don't consider that fair at all. But that's how the world is. Video games are the black sheep. It's something it's the kind of entertainment we can blame things on because it's violent. But the fact is that these ratings are there for a reason, and if I ever have a kid, I will not allow them to play violent games at the age of 12. I wasn't allowed to play any of these violent games before I was 16. I mean, I think I bought my first Call of Duty game that I actually bought was Modern Warfare 2, and I got that game when I was, yeah, I was 16. That is, I mean, it's quite startling that some of these kids actually play them and play them at the age of 12 or the age of 8, or it's just wrong to me. I mean, there are things in these games that these kids are not ready to see, and their minds will interpret the totally wrong way. And of course these 8, 12-year-old boys will think it's cool to see a car blow up or shoot a guy in the face. But the fact is that that is not for an 8-year-old to see, or a 12-year-old for that matter. So, please, parents, just get out, do some parenting. Don't let your 8-year-olds play Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto, please. And another update, I'm the Silent Hill comparison video I told you about. I'm working on it, but there's quite a lot of game capturing to do and quite a lot of editing to do. But it will be coming. But I'm North Gamer, and I'm out.